It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Uncle Byron is in the building. Byron's in the building. B-Y-R-O-N apostrophe S. Just playing. We're not changing the intro because I like it. UNCS Unks in the building. Resident of Byron is here with a fantastic Auntie Stacy.
Hello.
Today we will also continue with another episode of Reddit Stories with Auntie Stacy.
How you feeling today?
I am fantastic. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good.
Okay.
Ready to get into these stories.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
All right. My story was removed by the moderator.
Oh, that must have been a good one.
Hang on here. Man, oh man.
Oh, well.
All right.
It wasn't meant.
Next story.
Next story. Story number 2. Just playing.
Am I the a-hole subreddit?
Love those.
Am I the a-hole for asking my BF, my boyfriend, why he hates me when he planned a birthday dinner for me? On my 28th female's birthday, I told my boyfriend, 31 male, that I only wanted flowers and my favorite comfort food. He insisted on taking
and watermelon. I'm just playing.
He insisted on taking me to a pricey restaurant. Then he showed up at my place. He immediately asked for sex, which I obliged. But then he started to see... Is it?
I mean, she obliged. She might want it.
Obliged doesn't mean you want it. I obliged?
That's a tough way of saying it. She hates
She
him,
was
though, right?
not in... No, he hates her.
What's happening?
Am I the a-hole for asking my boyfriend why he hates me when he planned a birthday dinner for me?
Okay, let me just be quiet.
So she's a
Finish the
28
story.
female.
I'm going to be quiet.
Told her boyfriend that she only wanted flowers and her favorite comfort food.
And he planned a big
he
date.
insisted on taking me to a pricey restaurant.
And before she
when
even
he
got
showed
the
up at my
restaurant.
place, he immediately asked for sex, which I obliged.
Sex.
But then he started to seem, because he wasn't getting it, so I have to read it like this.
No.
But then he started to seem angry, or just like he didn't want to be there anymore. He
You got the sex and didn't want to take you to the fancy restaurant. You got to give the restaurant after. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He gifted me expensive perfume, but while I was talking to my roommate, he suddenly left without me.
This was after the sex and before the food.
When I caught up to him, he said that he basically hated how I sound when I talk to her. I get that I can be annoying when I talk to her, so maybe that's why. But I asked him if he had a bad day, and he just said he didn't want to be out on a weeknight.
But he planned it. Oh, no.
When he got to the restaurant, I asked for him to take a photo, which he took, but asked for another that was proper, and he rolled his eyes and said, "Jesus Christ," and went to the bathroom. When he got back, he ordered a $50 steak, then suggested I order a $14 pasta, which I did not want. He basically said nothing the rest of the evening. When I got in the car, after trying to make conversation, I asked why he hates me, and he shouted at me that he gave me all the things and I'm ridiculous in all the hard work he does. He did more after that. I know I was wrong. That was wrong of him. However, am I the a-hole for asking him that question when he did plan this to make me feel appreciated?
You know what? I'm going to ask this question. You know, something is happening here. This does not make sense to me.
Okay, let's hear it.
Either one, this guy is a lunatic. Either he's a lunatic, or this posting is written in a biased manner. And the reason I'm saying that is because even how he asked for sex immediately, I obliged. Okay, so you didn't want to do it, so you reluctantly did it, or you saying you obliged? Like, okay, I just said yeah, and then we did it. Then afterwards, he bought you these things. Was there complaints in between that was happening all night that you're not telling us because it feels borderline irrational for him to do this and just be like, I don't like how you talk to your roommate, and then walk out, and then be like, I don't want to be out here on a weeknight after he planned for you to be out on a weeknight.
I know exactly what happened.
Please tell me.
My mind that I made up.
Yeah, please help enlighten me, because I'm thinking like either A, this guy's a real a-hole and he got the box and was just kind of like, whew, okay, got that part. I was waiting on that and thank you. And now I'm disinterested completely and turned off by you because that was all I really wanted. Or it was, he is insane. And no, what the other side is you writing this story in a way that makes you look like the victim to this horrible human being, and it wasn't, some pieces are missing here.
Let's say that this story is written as is.
Okay. As is. Let's assume.
This man is a narcissist.
Okay.
And she went on a date on her birthday where it's supposed to be about her. And first of all, he did what he wanted to do from the jump. She said, I want flowers, and she wanted to have comfort food, which was to stay in. Right. And he's like, nah, we gonna do what I want to do, which is go out to a restaurant. Why you don't want to be out on a weeknight? I never told you I wanted to be out on a weeknight. But you wanted to make it like something that I'm doing, that I'm sacrificing for you. Right. And he just did what he wanted to do, and then made her feel like crap at the end of the day. So he's a lunatic. I've been through this exact situation, but not, exactly roommate, this, that, all of that and the thing. But I was on a date, my birthday, with an ex, and I felt like the smallest thing. He's walking ahead of me, acting like he didn't want to be there. Just kind of like, let's get through this. And I'm like, what is happening right now? And then when I got home, my sister was so excited to see me because she was at work. We lived together at the time. So excited to see me. She had brought me flowers. And when I saw the flowers, I broke down crying. That's the one thing that dude couldn't do. Because I was like, I asked for this and he gave me something. I didn't even ask for flowers. But I'm like, how come my sister could make me feel special in 5 seconds? And I've been with this person all night long, and I felt like a little penny on the floor that you would walk over. It's crazy work. And she was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, no, I'm just so happy. I couldn't articulate it. Yeah, I couldn't articulate. And I think it was shame too, not being able to say, well, this person, we did go out to dinner. He paid for the dinner and all of that. But throughout, because they would have got on them like, yeah, so you had the chicken nuggets. That's the very minimum. This was my boyfriend. Right. At the time. And I couldn't articulate all the things that I was feeling, but I knew that he had made me feel so small throughout the night that I'm trying to catch up to try and see if I can make things better, because it is my birthday. I'm trying to make it a good night, but something's off. And I said, so that kind of BS is what happened here. Okay. If you look at it through that lens, that makes 100%. And then he's blowing up about, I'm doing all these things and I work so hard, making it about him now, and bringing her night down. Girl, if you don't run. I mean, that if you look at it through that lens, it makes more sense, because I'm like, the story don't make sense. And why you getting here's what the other thing that set me off. Why you getting a $50 steak and you telling me to get a $14
get the chicken pasta? Nuggets. You get the kids' meal.
Are you mad?
And then mad when you didn't want to order it. Now, you said you want a comfort food. If comfort food is pasta, you get this $14 pasta.
Right, my comfort food is. But why you? No. Narcissism. Get out. So, top comment. He didn't make you feel appreciated. He groaned and complained the whole time. You don't actually need this spelled out for you, do you? Another person said, he groaned and complained while doing all the things he wanted. Right. Sex right after work, which OP didn't really want. Perfume instead of flowers. Why would you get the perfume instead? She didn't even ask for that. An expensive restaurant instead of a night in with OP's favorite comfort food. And then he whines about being out on a weeknight. Someone says, an expensive restaurant instead of a night in with OP's favorite comfort food. Then tells her to get the cheapest thing on the menu while he gets a steak for her birthday. F this guy. Yeah. What a tool.
It's time to
OP.
go.
He went out of his way to make this the worst birthday ever. Do you really want to see what he does for Christmas? Or worse still, suffer another birthday with him? Please give yourself the best present. Dump him, block him, and celebrate with all the people that actually want to be around you.
Yeah.
Sex, when you are dressed and ready to go out,
it is crazy work.
So you have to fix everything again to be presentable? Or was it terrible sex in which the immortal words of David Bowie took him minutes, took her nowhere? She's asking.
That's terrible.
Someone says she's dating a narcissist. Hopefully she sees this and gets out before it gets worse. Okay. Literally what I said.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think sex before you going out and have to fix your clothes and stuff is super dope if you're both into the moment. If it's an organic moment that you're just like, bruh,
oh, this person's so hot,
need to get this out now.
Right.
That's super awesome. But if you're like, okay, I oblige, you don't want to be like, girl, we went out and he wanted to have sex.
This
so
sounds
you
like,
don't want her to say, I obliged.
Yeah.
She did not want to do it. And it sounded weak.
Yeah. It sounds like, why is she with him?
Low self-esteem. Listen, when you're with a narcissist, they love bomb you. You might be awesome with your self-esteem high, right?
Right.
They love bomb you, and they're like, they see all they act like they see, or maybe they do, and they're attracted to all the things that make you awesome, right? And then slowly, it's a chipping away of your person, of your character, of the decisions you make you second guess yourself. And then after a while, you're trying to get back. It's you, because they've been telling you you've been doing all these things wrong and you're not this awesome person I thought you were when I first met you. And then they chip away at who you are. So now you're like, okay, well, I was this amazing person. I've lost that, and it's because of me. And so you're trying to get back to that love bombing stage. And you might go through cycles of that, because they'll see you slipping away, hoover you back in, bring you back in with, back to that great guy that they were, or great woman that they were.
Right.
And then you start the cycle all over again.
Indeed.
So it's a really crazy mind game. And narcissists generally go for empaths, people who care about other people. And the way that you think versus the way a narcissist thinks is two different worlds. Like, you wouldn't think to do the things, your brain doesn't work like that.
Right.
So you wouldn't even think that this person's really trying to do XYZ.
Right.
You're really thinking this person genuinely cares about you because you genuinely care about them. You're not thinking of ways to hurt, control, and manipulate them. That's what they're doing. It's a big mastermind game, and you're not in it thinking, oh, he's trying to ruin my night. Like, you're like, okay, well, let me give him the thing, because he's giving effort. It's an expensive restaurant. It's expensive perfume. These are not things that you asked for.
That is true.
It could be, give me the things I asked for, and then if you want to add those things, fine. But then if I mention these are not the things I asked for, now I'm coming across as ungrateful.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
If you want to trick off, let me have both. Can I get the flowers and the nice dinner?
Right.
Can you give me a healthy compromise? Can I get a little bit of what I want? Let me get the comfort food and the flowers and the perfume, because I want to do this for you, for me, and I want to give you what you actually asked for. But I think this thing over here is great. Like, that was all about him. I said it jokingly, but I was like, why are we having sex before we go out and do everything?
Because that's what he wanted.
Tell you exactly. I can tell you this. That's not how somebody's birthday night starts.
No.
I would feel weird if a woman would have come to me at any point in time and been like, you know what? I know it's your birthday. We got big plans. And I'm dressed up like I'm finna head out the car and like, wait, before we go, get naked. I'm not, what? Wait a second. Like, we got reservations at 8 and now we got to do this and then shower to get that sex smell off you, because it be there.
More than likely.
It's going to be there.
They didn't do that.
They just put them.
They put
their clothes right back on.
To the side, put it back.
You think about how the movies be like, oh yeah, I got to get you right now in the nightclub bathroom. Be like, wait a second.
I can't think about it.
Yeah, you might smell a little
up in
bit.
the bathroom, public bathroom.
Public
got
bathrooms,
to be kidding me, sir.
Going crazy and stuff
anyways,
like that.
So she did reply to somebody's message. Mm-hmm. They said it got worse on some level, according to the last line. She said he held the car door closed so I couldn't leave, then kicked me out on the street.
What?
It was pitch black in the middle of downtown. I can't believe that he did it. Because how can someone you love do that to you? How is it possible?
Oh, man. Bruh, what is happening here?
And then someone says because he doesn't love you, that's why it's possible. He got the one thing he wanted, then ruined your birthday with his behavior. It's time to leave him.
Yes.
Someone else said the rest of the post was enough to say you shouldn't stay in this relationship. But this is enough to say stay the F away from him forever and run. First of all, that's a dangerous position to be left alone without a car.
Street.
Any number of horrible things could have happened to you and you didn't care. Second of all, that reaction is borderline psychopathic.
It is.
And I would not even be, I didn't even see all of this. I told you that something was not right with him. Second of all, this reaction is borderline psychopathic, and I would not even be shocked if the next big fight, he just start hitting you or locking you up somewhere in timeout. When you describe that as far from, what you describe isn't as far from that as you might think, and these types of things escalate in people with anger issues like him. I know it's hard to leave, but staying is going to be even harder. In a couple of years, you will not regret going through the hassle of leaving an abusive piece of crap that doesn't care about you. You would immediately regret staying with him, and letting him F your mental health is not, if not physical, even harder. Change your locks if he has keys, assuming you're not living together by the roommate. Preferably have friends or family collect your belongings. Worst case, if you have to go, at the very least, bring them with you. If he oversteps and makes you uncomfortable after breaking up, do not hesitate to call the cops. That's what they're there for, and having such instances on record would help immensely if you do need to end up getting a restraining order. It's a lot better than what he could do. I did not read all of that with the locking out of the car and all that. That's crazy work. It was definitely, to me, narcissist behavior, and clearly
that's what it is.
That's what it was.
I mean, a psychopath.
So yeah, the earlier on that you see the narcissistic behavior, you don't need to stay and investigate to see if that person makes you feel small.
Is it me? Did something happen? Yeah, did I do something to
go.
Make you upset?
Stop trying to chase and get back to the love bombing stage. It was not real to begin with.
Well, he pushed it further. So it's like, okay, now you answer my question: lunatic or story mission? I don't know. Now lunatic. It seemed like lunatic, 100%.
Lunacy. Can I just do this and you can... All right. Am I the a-hole for refusing to pay for my boyfriend's birthday after he told everyone I was just a guest?
Oh my God. So we in I'm finna disrespect you. This is a birthday post too?
His birthday. It's the boyfriend's birthday.
Man.
So my 27 female boyfriend, 29 male, and I planned a 4-day trip for his 30th birthday with his closest friends, 8 people total. I did 90% of the planning, booked the Airbnb, coordinated rides, and even paid the deposit up front because I have the better credit card.
So many red flags.
He said he'd pay me back for half later, and his friends would send their shares once I sent the total. Cool. Fast forward to the trip. Everyone's having fun until the first dinner. The waitress asked if we were celebrating something, and my boyfriend loudly said, "Yeah, my birthday trip. I paid for everyone to be here."
Oh my God.
Everyone clapped. Meanwhile, I nearly choked on my drink. Later, I asked him why he said that, and he goes, "It's just easier to say that. Don't make it weird."
No.
I let it go until the next day when one of his friends pulled me aside and said, "You're so lucky to have a guy who treats his girlfriend and friends like this. Not many would pay for a whole trip." At that point, I had had enough. When it came time to settle up for activities, I sent everyone my full invoice with receipts and payment breakdowns. They were shocked. Apparently, he told them I was tagging along for free because I don't make as much. They all Venmo'd me immediately, except him. When we got home, I told him I wouldn't accept his portion because apparently you'd paid for everything. That doesn't even make sense what you did there, OP. When I got home, I told him I wouldn't accept his portion because apparently you paid for everything. He said I was being petty and embarrassing him in front of his friends. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for not letting him pay me back and basically turning his lie into a lesson?
It was unnecessary for him to say that. No, you're not the a-hole. I understand him wanting to feel like the man in front of his friends, but why do you need to lie? Like, get
He's
your
31.
self-esteem. Get your self-esteem together, man. You're too old for that.
You're 31, sir.
Like, you're too old for that, man. Like, I understand. Like, so I seen something I was watching. I can't remember who said it, but it was an older lady, like, just asking them how their marriage works, and how you stay married for so long. Type of situation. She was saying, like, I held my husband down, and just to give him a sense of pride, like when we went out to eat.
I remember this.
And he didn't have no job or something like that. He
wasn't making any money at the time.
And she like passed the money under the table to him card, just so he can pay for it.
In front of his
feel
friends.
like a man. And it's like, this is the type of stuff you do, when you're trying to make sure your man's ego isn't destroyed.
But she's
participating
in that. Active participant.
Right, that's what I'm saying. However, it's one thing for your man to not ask you to do it and you to do it to help him out. It's another thing for you to have done it and the man steal your credit unnecessarily. They didn't even have to know who paid for what. They didn't have to know anything. The thing about it
is that he said that his friends would give their portions.
It was already a conversation.
And then because
I'm saying he said that they was gonna.
He said I'm gonna pay for half, and then the friends will pay their parts.
Right, but now he's trying to change the story to be like, hey, I took care of everything.
Yeah, but so he was. So my thing was he just going to give her all of the friends' amount and his? When they got home,
she was gonna pay for everything from the sounds of after he made that statement. Like he was trying to flex in front of them. This is why I was trying to
get clarity.
It sounded like he was trying to flex in front of them. This is why they start clapping and cheering. Like, I paid for everything.
I know that's what he said. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, you said you paid for everything. Cool. When we get home, you're like, no, I said, we paid for everything, but here's all the money.
He hadn't had no money from them. They was waiting on the invoice, right? I know
that they wasn't going to get no money from them. I'm saying, was he planning on paying his friend's parts and paying her back? Or was he just, because, it could have been like, I'm going to pay for everything, but they don't know who paid for it in the beginning, but he was going to be like, okay, thing is done. I have the money now. Here's the money. What was your intention, sir?
You gotta discuss that intention.
Was for me to pay for it, you're going to have to hold. Trinidad, we say something.
You got to discuss that intention from the beginning, because the thing is, if you don't have that conversation the first night, it's the first time you say something, then it's kind of like, all right. And she did that the first night. She let it slide. Then the friend comes back. there's been conversations happening behind the scenes.
Trying to make himself
like, okay, now it's so nice of you to just kind of tag along. Wait, what?
That was the part that doesn't even make sense.
Now I went from, he's paying for everybody to now you being like a freeloader. No.
I planned 90% of it, did the down payments, did all of this, and then you're going to put me on as she's tagging along as a friend,
as a guest. Because at the beginning it said that he didn't even call her the girlfriend, right?
90% of the planning, booked our Airbnb, coordinated rides, even paid the deposit up front because I have the better credit
No, I'm
card.
talking about the original.
He told everyone I was just a guest.
Just a guest. No way.
But it's her boyfriend. Everybody knows it was her boyfriend.
I hope so.
Because the person pulled her aside. You're lucky to have a boyfriend that does X, Y, and Z.
Okay. All right. Not the a-hole. Get your money. It sucks.
Why she didn't take the money from him?
That doesn't
even make sense.
I'm trying to further attack your ego, but I want my money. She took the money
from the friends and not him.
I want my money.
I don't know. This might be a ChatGPT thing because I don't know.
Yeah, it could be, but I wouldn't. It could be, but I wouldn't have just been like, oh no. And since you Mr. Big Shot who can pay for everything, how about I show you that I can pay for everything? I don't need you.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. It's a little faulty logic there.
It's a little weird because he would be the first person to pay me. Because I'm not Venmoing with friends. Now, I'm not talking about the friends that I want you to pay me back.
Right.
You can ask your friends.
No. All right.
Someone says not the a-hole. He wanted to make himself look big by making you look small. Think
Don't
long
like
and hard
that.
about that. How much of your life do you want to spend living in that dynamic?
Come on.
Because I guarantee you that nonsense will appear again and again. But as honestly, take the money and run.
Yeah.
Number one says, somebody else says, this OP, take Mr. Dickhead's money, every single penny. Number two, thank everyone for their prompt reimbursement and apologize for your ex having lied to everyone. And three, please break up with this jackass. Trust me, you don't want to end up with a lying, pretentious, self-absorbed a-hole.
Yeah. He was trying to look like that guy on his birthday, end up carrying it on a little bit too long. Have a nice day, sir. People keep remixing the birthday song. This last one where the people did the birthday song that I don't even know. I mean, after Stevie Wonder's version was one thing, then they did another one that was, I don't know what that one was about, but it was just kind of like, I want to say happy. Oh my God.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, stop. Don't remix the birthday song no more.
People want new stuff. Here we go.
Story 3.
Am I the a-hole for responding to my husband's threat to leave with, all right, bye?
No.
Me, female 25, and my husband, male 25.
Oh, yeah, young. Praise
had
God.
a massive argument. We've been together for 5 years and currently have a 2-year-old.
Oh, you can't leave.
To preface, we were both told we weren't be able to have kids.
Oh,
and
Lord.
somehow it happened. Knowing this, I told him when I found out I was pregnant, if he wanted out, he could. I'd take
Wait a second.
responsibility.
If he wanted out, somehow we ended up with a baby after being told we couldn't have none.
They got pregnant.
So and your first thing said,
3.5
if he
years
wanted
ago,
out, he could leave. Did he not want kids, or did you have another partner involved?
I'd take full responsibility, and I wouldn't ask him for any help or money if he decided to back out now. So when she found out, because maybe they both had this life in their mind.
Okay.
He decided to stay. Here we are now with a 2-year-old just entering her tantrum years. He can't handle it. He gets easily frustrated with her and wants to use his size to control her. Now, if she's hurting herself, I get the tight hug, right? He's also upset that upset that she prefers me. He's upset he has to work 50 hours a week and I work 20 hours part-time. I gave up my career when I had my daughter. We both agreed daycare wasn't something we wanted to do, not to mention financially we couldn't make the numbers work. He's upset he has to come home every day after work instead of going out with friends. He's upset he doesn't get to play video games anymore. He's upset that the house is a mess and I need his help doing laundry. He's upset I don't sleep with him anymore. He's upset that we live at my parents' house, again, financial, and they help with free childcare. The only reason we even moved in with them was because he assured me his mom would be able to cover half the rent of a house. Mind you, she was homeless with her other 18-year-old son. Well,
Lord.
she didn't, and we got evicted.
Oh, my goodness.
I literally handle everything in the house and with our daughter. He gets to play with her and brings her home a paycheck. Anyways, I feel like I married a loser. And I'm disappointed because I didn't see it before. Am I overthinking this? Does it really take men longer to figure their stuff out? Is it worth trying to save it? Am I just upset with my lack of boundaries? Any advice? Much appreciated.
That's a lot going on. That's a whole lot going on.
Is it?
No, man, it is. It is a lot going on.
Byron.
It's a lot going on. It's a
You know
lot
what's
going
going
on.
on?
What's going on?
She did marry a loser.
Okay, well, there it is,
That's
folks.
what happened.
All right, so you watched another episode of Hunts in the Building. She married a loser. Just to give a final thought, please like.
Byron.
No, I'm saying.
You disagree?
No. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't say anything. All I said was I gotta stop my confusion at the beginning. It sounds like he didn't want kids at all.
They were both told that they were not going to have kids. Could not have kids. So
Right.
if in your mind you've decided
I'm finna be able to play video games and go out with my friends all the time.
Life with a kid and life single looks very different.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can't just pick up and go and do whatever you want, when you want, how you want, when you have a child.
Yeah.
The child becomes very much of a focus.
Yeah.
Keeping the child alive, trying to make this child.
They don't even be trying to keep themselves alive sometimes. Right. You got to
thriving, not to mention a thriving child. So, your whole lifestyle shifts.
Yeah.
From, you could still have fun and stuff, but
right.
it especially during those formative years, and it sounds like they weren't financially ready to have a child anyway. It sounds like they've been struggling.
But see, that's why I was like,
I don't know why. My thing is, how come they don't have daycare, but the mom is living in there. She's homeless, which means she doesn't have a job.
18-year-old.
So she said there's built-in childcare. So if there's built-in childcare, maybe she's irresponsible, and so you don't want to leave her with your child with her. So you work 20 hours. So during those 20 hours, the mom probably looks after the kid, right?
Bruh, because
I'm like, you could still work. I'm still
stuck on why you would immediately say you can leave if you want to. How dug in was he on, I don't want no kids?
I think he was a loser before this,
say that though. I mean, yes,
because
I'm saying like this. That's why something's got to be missing there. Yeah, he might have sucked.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's very awful. Can I say it? We friends, right? The mom and the brother or the sibling, they was homeless. And that's who you thought was going to come in and do something and pay rent? There's just bad decisions all around. And I don't want to judge people's reasons for homelessness. But that's not somebody I'm moving in with and be like, all right, let me depend on you to... That don't sound like two good planning people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the reason for the homelessness is. It could be any number of things that are explanatory.
Couple tough breaks.
But I don't see him being like their family being, let's do this type of...
No.
Like he's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just
it doesn't. I was stuck on that first part, like how the whole situation started is wild to me. That's a wild statement to go from, hey, we're married, we were told we couldn't have kids, got pregnant, you want out? Okay, you chose to stay. Well, guess what? This life that you wanted is going to suck now because you don't want this life at all. Why didn't you leave, sir? And that would have sucked for her, but it almost would have been morally. Yeah, well, true, but I'm saying it's like they were married then. They were already married. They
were married.
Okay,
for 3 years. They've been married for 5. The kid is 2.
Yeah, so I I'm not an advocate for telling anybody to leave. I just think that's a wild statement. But true.
Some things are not adding up, though, Byron. If he's working 50 hours a week, and she's working
that was going to be my next point. Where's the money?
Yeah, where the money at?
50 hours is a lot to not be making no money. 50 hours
a week. She's working 20. The mom, let's say the mom and this brother don't contribute. Right?
Right. Basically, from the sounds of it.
It sounds like they're not giving anything.
Where are they living at? They got to be living in Maine or somewhere it's dumb expensive where you can't function off of whatever money they bringing in. Because that's some wild stuff. After I got past my first thought, that was my second thought.
She was going to take 50 hours is not doing
nothing.
If she was going to take full responsibility of
what was she going to do with this 20 hours?
What was she going to do with the 20 hours? You can't. Okay, so I'm just asking questions, right?
It doesn't make sense. Something's missing.
2-year-old with her tantrum years. He's upset he has to work 50 hours a week and I work 20.
50 hours is a lot. Not you have 20s when you get home and have to do a lot of extra stuff. He's literally working over double the hours she's working, and it's like
my thing is, why is she upset? Why is he upset he has to come home every day after work instead of going out with friends? There are some days he can go out with friends.
Right.
maybe once a week.
Figure something out.
Once every 2 weeks.
You got to learn how to compromise, man.
You've got the built-in daycare.
You can't watch them kids for a couple hours. And the thing is, if he's going out with friends, does he want both of y'all going out as friends? Because if you're working 20 hours a week, there's a point where you can stay home with the kid, and then he can go catch a ball game or a few beers or whatever he does with his life. You know how they say. I don't know.
He's upset that the house is a mess and I need his help doing laundry. I don't know why.
Oh my god!
You should have been helping with that before.
That's a child.
He's upset I won't sleep with him anymore. What's happening there? Having a kid doesn't mean that you're not gonna have. That means that the sex is done. So I don't know what that's about. Not having sex. Of course, you'd be upset about that. That's the problem. Is y'all's relationship is garbage.
Garbage.
And unfortunately, y'all brought a kid into this garbage relationship.
The stuff that's being talked about right now are symptoms of a bigger issue.
Oh, they live with her parents.
They live with her parents, and then what's up with his parents being home?
So let's read that again.
That got to be.
He's upset that we live at my parents' house.
Right.
Again, financial, and they help with free childcare.
Okay. And then what about his mom and his 18-year-old?
The only reason we moved in with them was because he assured me his mom would be able to cover half the rent of a house. Mind you, she was homeless and her other 18-year-old son, well, they didn't, and we got evicted. Okay.
So they lost the place. They lost the place that they originally were still there with his mom. Well, her mom, right?
Her mom and dad.
So we're not
even
dealing
better
with
for her.
Exactly.
Even better for her.
Exactly.
Because you wouldn't move in with your parents if you didn't, you know.
I know she might not want it, but then now you got responsible
she really doesn't
human beings.
Need, unless the parents work. Maybe her parents still work. They're 25, so they're
young.
Yeah, they're 25. Young. So I don't know. There's a lot that needs to work here. He needs to grow up and realize, okay, you can't go out every night with your friends.
Yeah. It's still party time.
You have to help with. Why is the house a mess?
For grown people that ain't doing nothing.
Well, he's 50. He's a breadwinner. He's working 50. He's working 50 hours.
This is true.
But she's working 20. So the part of the reason why so maybe I'm coming from a different. I don't know. This is gonna sound terrible, to some people, but so working 20 hours a week, you have enough time to do both: take care of the kid and clean the house. Plus, your parents are there, so you could take an hour and say, "Mom, can you watch her for an hour while I clean up X, Y, Z?" It just need a routine. I'm not sure why the house is a mess, and he needs help with laundry. You need help with laundry when you work 20 hours a week.
And got parents there.
And you have the parents there. You can ask Mom, can you help me with the laundry? I'm not understanding.
It's levels to it. That's why I was just kind of like something felt like it's missing, because it's levels to that. 50 hours is not nothing.
50 hours is a lot of hours.
Not nothing.
And she's also working 20. And if you're living with your parents, maybe the parents are charging you rent. Okay, but even if the parents are charging you some rent, it would be much less than if you had your own place.
That is correct.
I'm not understanding where the money's going, and I'm also not understanding why you're all not having sex anymore. At all. Of course he's going to be upset about that. Anyone would be upset, male or female. This is a weird thing.
I've always said, and I've read as well, the lack of sex is a symptom of something else happening that's ruining the connection.
Yeah.
If it is not a good situation emotionally where it's a safe place, and this goes for guys and girls, the woman is definitely not going to be in the mood. But it can also happen with a man. We just can become disinterested at a certain point in time. Several years into the marriage, it dies, and it's kind of like, how do you make sure that this does not die? You have to actively work.
I understand why this man is annoyed. I'm going to say some things that might be controversial, and you know how they call girls pick me? But it is what it is. Why can't he play video games anymore? What is happening? He can't go out with his friends. Extreme, though.
I wonder if that's an exaggeration of words.
I'm hoping, because we don't have sex anymore. He can't play video games anymore, and he can't go out with he has to come home every night. What? Why? Why can't everyone live the life that they have some whatever things that bring them joy.
It's gotta be a
have a little
somewhere.
semblance of it. Nobody's saying, okay, obviously you can't play video games all night long, do nothing else, stay home and play video games until the wee hours of the morning. But there are nights that you should be able to do that.
Absolutely.
This kid is 2. This kid needs to be in bed by 7, 8.
Yeah.
So what's the deal? Why can't he play video games by that time? Because he has to do laundry?
It's her time.
Okay, but let me.
But wait, they're not having sex. So wait a second.
Well, we don't all having sex. But like, give me an hour.
What time does she need? What are we doing? You got to come help me with this laundry. That's the problem. We need to do laundry every single day.
So we put in the laundry in the thing, and then we watching the laundry spin.
Yeah.
Girl, you're annoying.
Then
girlfriend.
we cleaning after that.
Y'all don't like each other.
But you need to clean up after the parents too. You don't like
each other,
bro.
Even if all that were the case. You have to come home and
How messy is this place?
Oh no! Even if you have to come home and help, which is normal, everybody needs to do that.
You're an adult.
Everyone is. Yeah, you're an adult. So if you have to do some laundry, if you have to clean the table, all those things, you should still be able to one night go out with your friends. Mm-hmm. Maybe once every 2 weeks, once a month. Mm-hmm. That's reasonable. And another one is you should be able to play video games.
If that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do.
What's happening?
Here's the thing.
It's not 6 kids that he has. They have 1 kid and 4 adults in the house.
Yeah.
What's happening?
1 kid and 4 adults is crazy.
And he works 50 hours a week. He needs some time to decompress.
Decompressing is real.
She needs time to decompress too. She works 20 hours a week and she has a child.
Sometimes you gotta hand that.
That's why you have the built-in.
She looking at that as financial only, and maybe the parents ain't trying to be helpful.
She said the reason why we do this because that failed and
free
we have
daycare.
Daycare.
Yeah.
So maybe they only help with the 20 hours she's away.
Right, and then be like, hey, here's your kid. So
we working? Why are we working 50 hours a week if the money is not in? What job is this? Sorry, I'm probably sounding very privileged.
Yeah, I mean,
but why am I working 50 hours if it's not like
if it's not
do something
enough?
Else? That's probably. I take it back.
So
I don't understand.
You might want to take back calling this man a loser.
Yeah, I apologize.
He sound like he doing work. He come home and his
now that I dissected, I'm like, it's not such a loser. Yeah, there's loser tendencies on both sides though. But I understand that he's angry. The thing about it is, if you didn't plan this life, there is some reconciliation that needs to happen with where your life is at now.
That's why I was stuck at the beginning. I'm like, wait a second. We went from 0 to 100 fast.
Right.
Oh, I got pregnant. If you want to leave, that's cool. What is happening here 3 years into a marriage? You want to leave? That's cool. No.
It's strange.
It's very strange. That's the part that I was stuck on. So after that, it's like, okay, yeah, it's compromise. Like, we got to figure something out. I'm going to help out some days. Other days, I want to go to a sporting event. I want to go out to eat. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to do some stuff without you. I want to do some stuff with my friends. I want to do stuff as a unit. There should be times for all of that, and there needs to be time for you to do the same thing. Ma'am, where are your friends? Yes, 50 hours, but I'm gonna watch this kid tonight because you gotta have a moment to go out and, decompress, whatever. I don't care. Brunch midday with some friends, what have you. You got to have some time for that. So for you to be like, nah, this is life now. She's 2, she cuts up, and you going to deal with this every day because I did my time, I worked my job, and now that I'm done, I'm passing her to you because you came home from work. So you can't go nowhere. You're going to deal with her for the rest of the evening. Even though my parents are here. No, I need you to realize that you hate this man.
I think he needs to reconcile the fact that those things you can't do every day, but you can have a little bit of it. Like how they say men
you
can't get it every day. That doesn't make sense, but you can get some of it.
They say men control relationships, women control sex, and for her to be like, we don't have sex anymore, and he's complaining. He chose to stay. Why are you not sleeping with him?
This is her response here. I never call him a loser to his face. I agree. He's got some growing up to do. I love him despite my
25.
post. And I'm looking to make things work. If not for myself, but for our daughter. I'm just afraid that this is all there is. And if we don't separate now, our daughter will grow up thinking this is normal. And I don't want that for her. She deserves to be adored and have another she can adore. What is losery of him? This is the loser part that we just didn't talk about. Big time loser. Using his size to try and deal with his kid. She's 2.
Yeah.
Chill. Figure out your anger issues. And number 3, how are you going to be jealous that the kid prefers the mom? Of course, all kids prefer their mom.
That part was stupid.
For the most part. That part was
stupid. But you know why he's frustrated.
He is not having sex.
And he's not going out. He has no way to release at all. He comes home and it's here and help me and do
also,
this. And
you failed. We live here because your mom.
And he probably has to hear that.
Yeah.
He probably got to hear that from her parents as well as her. And it's just like, okay, you're a trash individual. You might as well come over here and help. He's probably becoming like, I have to do this other stuff so I don't get bad mouth for not helping since we didn't make it my way.
Right.
Yeah. They got to be
I don't know. Everybody in the comments is really against the guy at all. No one's saying anything like what we're saying. And I started off like that as well. But I think there's a reason why people are the way they are. And he has some loser tendencies, I will say. The thing about it is at a certain point in time, you're going to have to get over certain things and get into parent mode.
Yeah.
The 2-year-old tantrums is not a thing that has to happen. There's a certain parenting methods you can employ where that just doesn't exist. You know, they will try and push, but it doesn't have to be the terrible
it's so bad
twos.
You don't deal with it at all.
No, where it's so bad that he has to use his size and try to intimidate a 2-year-old.
Fighting a kid.
Like if this kid is on one, you might need to talk to the doctor.
Right.
You know, about those things. But I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. All kids don't go through the terrible twos. It's just.
And the thing is, I'll say this. The terrible twos don't affect everybody the same because it's where you have some stuff that could be annoying. And if you haven't rectified it within yourself, it gets you tight. And now you're arguing with a 2-year-old. Like that story we told a long time ago in the store. And it's kind of like you could have handled this so much better. This kid's terrible twos wouldn't have gotten to that level if she would have responded differently from the beginning. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it was the adult dealing with the kid that made the terrible too terrible instead of being like, okay, let me be the adult in the room, calm myself and change how I'm interacting with this kid who I have control over this situation, or at least I should, that is not going to allow this thing to spiral. So I think that you saw just in that instance, for those who don't remember, it was we went into a store.
We cut that story out.
No, we didn't. We did it again. Remember, I did the black and white.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was 2 individuals dealing with the same kid. This other lady from the outside came and calmed this lady's down. Long story short, the kid was cutting up, and the mother, I guess is who it was flipping out on the kid very loud in the store. Other lady comes in, calms the kids down immediately. And it was kind of done. And it was kind of like, well, could this have been done right to begin with, where this kid doesn't flip out like this? And this is the problem with being frustrated, tired, and then somebody pushing your buttons and you don't know how to check your own self emotionally to not respond.
And I also know that this kid, we make things mean things more than what they are. Like this kid, a lot of times you're seeing this child acting out, and it's not intentional in terms to get on your nerves per se. It's to get your attention. Right. You know,
there's ways,
figuring out ways to cope with it.
Yeah.
You know, because kids can be annoying.
Yeah.
But, you know, knowing that, well, that's why to me it's also important to have a parent be like, listen, you need to you need to deal with this child right now because I'm at the
you know when you don't have it. I'm tired. I can't do it today.
Yeah, you can switch off, or you have a grandparent or something, or you basically can leave the room because sometimes the kid be screaming to the point like
sometimes you don't got it. Sometimes you don't have it.
So I mean, say all that to say they both need some help. That relationship. She says she does love him in the comments. So she says she loves him despite her post.
I know. I'm still stuck on the beginning. You don't.
People are saying that he's a loser.
I'm saying this the whole you can go.
Well, the thing is, she already knew the type of person that he was.
Okay. That's what we're going to have to assume.
You did not want this, and here it is. And I'm having this child. So if you don't want to do this, because there's a life involved in this, I don't think it's crazy.
I'm just saying, that should have been I don't know. Maybe
children, Byron. So it's a different.
I know that's what I'm saying. So the person who's doing this had to be like, okay, I went to the doctor. I can't have kids, and then surprise. But if she's saying we were told we couldn't have kids, so it was like whatever. That's different than me marrying you, thinking, "Whoo, man, thank God," because I definitely didn't want no kids. If that's the thing, you got to be 100% sure. Or use the techniques required.
I understand why even if they didn't think that, if they were both told this and it's impossible for you to have kids, you can't have kids, and then you come together like, yeah, I was told this, I was told that. I can understand them being like, because they probably done it 100 times in 3 years. Yeah,
and nothing happened.
Thousands of times and nothing happened. So then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, what?
Why I gotta stop? Why did it stop?
The sex?
Yeah.
They're done. She's done. They're done with each other.
That part. That's why I said something else is going on.
You have to remember they went through losing a house.
That's true.
They lost a house.
Traumatic situations.
They had an unplanned pregnancy where they really thought that that part of their lives was not going to happen.
Get some counseling.
Yes.
Financial counseling.
Yes.
To help you out, figure out a game plan. And if you don't get financial counseling, just get some regular marriage counseling to help you all, because your situation doesn't sound terrible. You're 25. You got a lot of time. You got, like you said, built-in daycare. So that's half of the stress kind of going away. Apparently, if they're good enough or reasonable enough to allow you all to move in, they got to be halfway decent people. To allow you all to move in, considering your circumstance situation. I don't know where y'all are at and what kind of job you got. Or you work 50 hours and she work another 20, and y'all can't afford a 1-bedroom apartment somewhere.
No, when they were going through the thing, they're saying where they live is very high. So they have to stay. And also a bankruptcy or whatever, what do you call it? Eviction will show up on your record.
Oh, that's true.
You can't get nowhere.
That is true.
You need at least a few years. I don't know how many years.
I don't know.
But 10 years or something like that. Somebody said in a comment at some point.
That's a long time. I hope it ain't that long.
I don't know how long it is. But on their records, if somebody's checking for that, you won't be able. Yeah. And so moving in with the parent, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
If the parent is letting them stack their money, even better. Because then you can put some money aside and have some you don't have to have this pressure of what's happening right now.
Right.
Having kids is always going to be some money, but if you're living with somebody, I would assume the person's not going to be, well, give me $2,000 every month.
There's a way for you all to get past this, and it comes with boundaries. You got to get them 80-20. It applies in so many areas of our life. Like, can I get, well, not even 90-10 that thing. Like, give me 10% of what I need to be able to pour back into myself. Listen, Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. is mine.
Yeah.
Like, let me have that. Okay,
act
you
like
on
it's
Wednesday,
a shift.
like, whatever it is, give me whatever it is that I need to pour back into myself so I can function the next day. When you go every day just fried, back to back to back to back, and then your weeknights ain't yours, your weekends ain't yours, because you like, we can't do this anymore.
The anymore is crazy.
Crazy statement.
You can't do it as much, or not nearly as much, Which it still can be done.
Yeah.
Let's not.
So I'm hoping that the words used were kind of an exaggeration. That he meant like, hey,
sex anymore? Can't go out with his friends
anymore. No video games anymore. Like, what is his life is
work and home,
laundry. And laundry and taking care of babies and making sure to acquiesce to your desires.
It's not
like
the life he asked for, which I understand.
Yeah,
but he has
it's
to now
even but
he also has to now choose his life.
It's levels to that.
You have to choose the life that you created.
Yeah.
You, even if it's not great right now, you choose it because you that's where you're at. So once feel like you're at choice, the way that you approach things are a lot more.
No, it's
a lot more
levels
powerful.
to that, though.
He feels disempowered in all the ways. So he's showing up like another child.
All right.
Anyways.
Yeah, because that's not going to work. Yeah. No, that's not going to work. No, that's not going to work. Why could nothing? That being said, folks, your birthday is your birthday. Your birthday is your birthday. Don't let somebody else make it about themselves on their birthday. However, don't lie and try to steal somebody else's thunder for yourself on your birthday either. I don't know how to even make that make sense on that second situation. The moral of the story is compromise. Work together. I'm pretty sure that if everybody found a way to get each other happy, I had this saying, your relationships need to be between two people that are constantly pouring into one another, so that nobody's empty. If I'm pouring and you're taking, that's a problem, and vice versa, because eventually the person who is being taken from becomes empty and they have nothing less to give, and then the host dies in a parasitic relationship, and we don't need that. So in your relationships, when you get with somebody, make sure that individual can in fact have the capacity to compromise. That would have fixed all of these situations if somebody would have just said, you know what, I'm gonna get the flowers and I'm gonna get the perfume, and I'm gonna make this about you tonight. I can sacrifice this one day out of 365. Next situation, hey, you know what, I'm gonna let her have it, or we're not gonna talk about this at all in public, and that way they can think I'm the hero. I'll let them assume what they want to assume, and then when we get home, I'll settle things out with you, babe. Thank you for letting me use your credit card. This other situation, play your games on Thursday nights. We have sex on Friday nights.
Okay, no, but okay.
You get what I mean? I'm saying, like, find somewhere to not just make this be like, hey, this is done. We're done here. Right. And you suck, so I love you, but whatever. Compromise is our word for the day. That being said, I want you to compromise just a little bit for me. Not your character or anything, but just your time to hit that like button, hit that share button. You take your fingers, type up a little bit to hit that comment, and we'd appreciate every single moment that you share on this show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.